Hello there, and welcome to Convo Closer. Before I get started, I want to quickly check if I am indeed live. Okay, I can hear myself loud and clear. Let's give everyone a couple of moments to stream in. If you're watching this live right now, give me a hashtag live. Okay, good morning, good evening to every one of you. Okay, hashtag live. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Okay, if you're watching the replay, whether it's the preview, whether it's on my YouTube, whether it's anywhere, okay, comment along. Let me know, hashtag replay. Awesome, I can let me see myself loud and clear. So audio, everything okay? Okay, so hashtag live, hashtag replay. Okay, Zoom is for the paid version of this workshop. Okay, so maybe I'll type the link in the chat. If you go over to seansina.com/convo, that is seansina.com/convo. Okay, today is a 3-hour workshop. Okay, today is a 3-hour workshop, and the first hour is being streamed free. Okay, over here, my Facebook group, I will be uploading this to my YouTube as well. Jabal, you paid for this workshop. Okay, come over to my Zoom, Jabal. Okay, Andrea, can you send Jabal a text on Facebook? Okay, and give him the link to my Zoom. Jabal, come over to my Zoom. Okay, for the rest of you, if you want to come over to Zoom to do the full 3 hours deep dive with me, conversations, closing on text, okay, the psychology of how to sell yourself on text, on interviews, I've put in the link, okay, seansina.com/convo. Okay, head over and put in your $100. Okay, and then send me a text on Facebook. Okay, then Andrea just check. Send me a screenshot of your receipt. Okay, so Andrea just check once they have paid and you're in. Okay, then head over to my Zoom and then I will get you approved. Okay, so before I get started today, can everyone see my screen? Okay, if you're on my Zoom, okay, leave your camera on so I can see you. Get ready to take notes. Okay, we have a lot of deep work to do today. Okay. First, shout out to Elaine. Elaine's my student from Malaysia. Okay. If you don't know her story, stay-home mom. Okay, 2 kids. From zero, since working with me, she has crossed 50,000 USD collected for herself. And I don't think a lot of you know what she had to go through, okay? But for a stay-home mom with bad English, with bad Wi-Fi, okay, with 2 kids to take care of, okay, she's selling for a aesthetic doctor. Okay, she's selling products for an aesthetic doctor. That's her niche. Okay, and 50,000 USD in Malaysia. Okay, that I think is a pretty decent amount. Okay, you can see the English here. Okay, huge improvements. Okay, so shout out to Elaine, very well done. And in the center here, we have Mr. Broderick. Okay, I asked him, okay, is it pronounced Broderick or Broderick? And he said it's like Broderick. For Broderick, first week, 1,002 collected. Second week, 3,000 collected. Okay, these are people who have put in the effort to study, to train, to fail forwards, to take hits. Okay, so all these wins, very well deserved. And also shout out to Mr. Daniel Jong. Huge thanks to Sean. My life was in a mess. I was achieving nothing. I joined closer programs, but I didn't have the right way. And then after I did a complete closer, okay, I closed 2 sales. Okay, you got to understand, maybe for some of you, 2 sales is not very significant, but he is like Elaine, they're both from Malaysia. Okay, they both stuck for very long. So the bridge to go from nothing and then getting on a live call and then doing the full call and then getting rejections, dealing with objections. And when you get that first sale, in this case, you got 2 sales. Okay, what that tells me is you have completed the learning curve from learning how to brand yourself, from learning how to find a good team, and then you're getting on calls and then you're doing the work. Okay, that's how you get results. So these wins do not come easy. Okay, as a closer yourself, you know that navigating in this space, there's a lot of challenges. So I hope that when you see each other, go through obstacles, we can help each other. When you see each other have wins, okay, celebrate. Because if we all help each other, okay, to watch out for each other's blind spots, to celebrate each other, to remind each other, even if it's just reminding each other of what to look out for, okay, it will help our entire community. Okay, it cannot be just me, just reminding stuff. Okay, help each other out. Okay, so everyone ready to start the Convo Closer? Ready? Give me a hashtag ready in the chat. Okay, if you want to join the full version. Okay, I see Jamal is live with us on Zoom. Welcome, Jamal. Okay, make sure you use the same name as the name that you have used to sign up for this workshop. Okay, after you pay, use the same name so we know it's you. Okay, if you have some name like iPhone, we don't know who, and then I'm not going to approve iPhone into my my Zoom. Okay, so hashtag ready, hashtag ready, hashtag ready. Let's go. Convo Closer. Okay, when first, I really appreciate everyone supporting my launch of this event over the last 10 days. All your comments, all your questions, all your support. Okay, I felt it. I know that you're really, of course, I know you're here to learn. Okay, but I also can feel it when you guys support me, and so when you saw this guy, Sean, and he's talking about Convo Closer, what came to your mind? Like, what is he talking about? What is a convo? What is he teaching? Okay, were you confused by what I was putting out, or Okay, what was the first impression you had? Okay, when you saw my marketing material for welcome Daniel. Daniel is live. When you saw my marketing material for this, what was happening in your mind? What did you want to learn? What are you here to achieve today? And what are your thoughts? Okay, type in the comments, whether you're watching live or replay, Facebook or YouTube or in my Zoom. I can see all your comments. Okay, so just type. I saw a Jamal came into my Zoom and then you disappear. Where did you go? Okay, have we all experienced this? Whether you are a seller or closer. How many of you here are working as a seller right now? How many of you are already taking calls and closing? And have you experienced things like this before? As a seller, what do? We work multiple 4-hour shifts, yes? 8 hours, sometimes even 12 hours, sometimes even on weekends, right? We reply to comments, we go message, we send out lead magnet, and then we pitch the call. Sometimes, if we are lucky, we get a good solid base. Like the last seller opportunity that I got, it gave me 1,005 USD in base. Okay. Sometimes low base, sometimes no base, sometimes unqualified teams. And then if we set, we don't have the time and space to go and learn how to do closing. Yes or no? And then after months and months, we don't get the psychology of sales call because we're too busy selling. How many of you experienced this? And then after 6 months, 12 months, because every day we are texting, I know what is it like. I set on my phone, I set on my keyboard. I know when you type, okay, your fingers ache. Okay, Jabal is here. Welcome, Jabal. Okay, and then after 6 months, when we are using our physical energy to push, there is a limit. right? And then after we burn out, what happens? If we hit KPIs and then we burn out, what happens? If we don't hit KPIs and then we burn out, okay, we get released, we get rejected, and then it's like, okay, let's take a break. And then we take a break and then we repeat this cycle again. Or for those of you who are taking calls, sometimes you have calls, sometimes you have no calls, right? And then as closers, we are commission-based. There's no base salary, right? So if we can't have a steady flow of book calls, our remote income depends on that. So do we need to learn how to book calls as a closer? And as a seller, do we want to learn the psychology of high ticket sales? Yes or no? Because if we can't complete the sales call, same thing, we fail interviews. When they test us, we don't know what to do. We get rejected, we get fired, then same thing. We take a break, and then we repeat this cycle again. That's why I created this training. Okay, I want everyone to understand the psychology of chat closing. Notice some of you will say, hey, Ben, is this the same as teaching appointment setting? No. Okay, like I said, appointment setting, you're doing a lot of SOPs, yes? You are following a lot of SOPs, a lot of manual labor. You are sending out a lot of lead magnets. You're telling people, hey, let's get on a call. Okay. If you tell me that in such a setup, you are learning the psychology of sales, then I will say, yes, okay, you are learning how to close. But if you tell me, hey, Sean, I'm just running the numbers. I'm just cold calling. I'm just sending out stuff. I'm not really learning how to close. Do you know that from now and moving into the future, closing on phone, closing on chat, closing on text is going to become only more and more crucial. Why? Because everything is online now. If you cannot sell yourself, I mean, even if you go to a job, you still need to sell yourself. You still need to communicate. You still need to hold space. You still need to have a clear intention. You still need to shift beliefs. Okay, it's only going to become more and more relevant in the future. Okay, and then you might be thinking, well, Sean, I do this training with you. Can I land a qualified opportunity? You're going to see. Okay, I'm going to teach this later. I learned this Convo Closer from you. Can I succeed in remote sales? Can I consistently hit my KPIs so I don't get released or rejected? And then when I want to transition to closing, are you going to teach this? Are you going to help me? Okay, all these questions I'm going to address because this is why I created this training. Now, so far, are all these questions aligned? Now, do you understand where we are going? Is my message clear now? Okay, is this what you're here to learn for? Is this what you're here to learn? Okay, if it's clear, give me a hashtag clear in the chat. If you're like, hey, Sean, this is not what I signed up for. I came here to learn how to do CrossFit. Okay, then type in the chat as well. Okay, if it's clear, give me a hashtag clear in the chat. Okay. Now, this is important. Okay, check your inbox. Okay, be honest with me. How many times have you seen this? Every day, how many messages do you get from people that like this, type like this? Do you know that these two messages on the left is, you know who sent me this? It's one of the top coaches in our industry that teach, make a guess, what do they teach? They teach appointment setting. And then this coach sent me this. So I checked the message and then I see his bio. I said, isn't this the guy that teach appointment setting? Then why his sellers text me like this? And then the one on the right is closer. Okay, I get this every day. Sean, you got opportunity. Sean, you got a job. Okay. Now, everybody, if you're guilty of sending a text like that, and then people don't reply, hey, now you know why. Okay, this has got to change. Now, everybody do this exercise with me. Okay, you put both hands on your heart, and then you say with me, I am a high ticket closer. Okay, then you put your hands in the air and say, I am a low ticket closer. And then we do all that crap. Okay, and then we join teams with lousy marketing, with no organic presence. They teach marketing, but they don't have marketing. And then you join their team as a closer, and then they say, wait, be patient. we are fixing our funnels. Next week, we will have calls. Next week, next week, next week. And then the whole year passes, still going the next week. So what's the alternative? We go start as a setter. Then we start as a setter, then we experience this again. Okay, that's why I created the complete call. It's a training I did last month. If you haven't seen it, okay, just send me a message. Say, Sean, you talk about the complete call. Can I see it? And I'll send it to you. Okay, the whole journey of a buyer in sales doesn't just exist on a call. If you can only do sales call, or if you can only set, you're either going to be pigeonholed. You're either going to be pigeonholed, okay, trapped and stuck. Being able to close on the phone only, and then what happens before that, you don't know. And then if you can only set, and then what happens after that, you can't move up the food chain. Then either way, you are one-dimensional. So when I say complete, right, my brand is called the Complete Closer. My program is called the Complete Closer. When I say complete, it's a very simple concept. From setting all the way to closing, I want you to learn it all. Why? Because if you can only close and then things change, then you are dependent. If you can only set and then things change, then you're dependent. But when you understand the full journey of a buyer, the full journey of the lead, you know, you are so much more ahead. You are so much more valuable than all the closers out there, because they are like, I just want a job. I just want a job. And then we give you the job. Can you perform? Because you get the opportunity is one thing. Then when you're inside the opportunity, if you don't have the skills to book calls and close deals, then how do you do this long-term as a career? So if you want to succeed in this space, okay, learn. Don't limit yourself. Okay, observe how the people ahead of us are doing. Okay, learn from them. Observe how the people behind us, why they're behind, what are they not doing right, and learn. Okay, the more complete you are, the more your bank account will reflect that. You know what I'm saying? So here's the game plan for today. Okay, first, I always talk about this thing, your unique closer brand. If I click on your profile and I see generic stuff, I see irrelevant stuff, and you tell me that you're using this profile to land opportunities and you're not getting a response, I won't be surprised. So the first step is always to get your unique closer brand dialed. I have a lot of trainings on this. If you haven't seen it, let me know and I'll send it to you. Okay. There are a lot of assignments for today at the end of the workshop. I need you to do them thoroughly, because we are going to use those assignments to join companies, okay, to perform in companies. So if you cannot do those assignments properly, you know what it tells me? It tells me that when you join the team, you don't know what to do. Because if you cannot pass my tests, you cannot pass the interviewer's test. Okay, if you can pass my test, it tells me that by the time the interviewer try to test you, by the time the business owners give you challenges to overcome, you're already prepared. Why? Because you've done it once with me, and then I vet everything. I go through everything. I review everything. Okay, if you haven't done the 3K challenge, okay, go do it. And then implement it for 7 to 14 days. That's step number 3. Okay, and then step number 4, okay, we're going to find 3 to 5 B+ or A- business owners. Okay, and I'm going to teach you, okay, how many of you see today there's a lot of setters coming into this space? And then they say, hi, I'm a setter. This is my niche. This is my working hours. I would love to connect. And then you see like 20, 50 of them posting the same thing. Then if you are a company looking for someone to help you with sales, how do you know who is the one? Okay, so instead of doing that, I'm going to teach you, okay, how to close business owners, okay, and find a qualified opportunity for you to set. Okay, because a lot of you are like, I want to close, but I want to start as a setter first. I want to close, but I want to start as a setter first. Okay, closing is the skill. Okay, closing is the psychology. Whether you close on text, or whether you close on the phone is the medium in which you express that skill. Does that make sense to you? So don't have this divide between appointment setting and phone closing. See closing as closing. And then whether it's texting, whether it's phone, you're just expressing yourself, yes or no. Okay, so you want to go into a selling position, 100%. In fact, I'm going to teach you how to go into a seller's role, and from there, actually have the time, space, and know-how to transition into closing. Okay, then as a complete closer, as a convo closer, what's your superpower? Do you know? Because once you learn setting, your inbox is always full. Okay, like my inbox right now is flooded. When you have your own pipeline of leads that's just flowing in every day, you no longer need to worry about when's my next call going to come from, when is my next client going to come from. You don't need to worry, hey, can I meet my KPIs? And once you fulfill all 9 steps, okay, you can set and close like a hungry MFer. What does MF stand for? I don't know. Okay, I think it's a mighty farmer. That's what I think it is. Okay, so you're going to set and close, set and close, set and close. Okay, so it's everyone with me. Okay, with me, give me a hashtag yes in the chat. Okay, give me a hashtag yes in the chat. Okay, first you got to understand who you are learning from. Okay, you got to understand who you're learning from. I am not an overnight course creator. I'm not a guru. Okay, everything I teach is what I did and what I'm doing. That's how I know what you're going through, and that's what I struggle with too myself. That's how I know how to overcome it. Okay, so I want you to understand my story, not because I want to talk on myself, okay, but I want you to understand the creation of this solution. Okay, this guy that you're seeing here, his name is called Mark. Okay, and he is a consultant under Bob Proctor. Okay, God bless his soul. Okay, you can see the first screenshot here. He said, "Congrats, we are making a good team." Okay, you know why? Because when I was on this team, actually I couldn't close, and then there was one sale that I lost. Okay, 7K sale I lost. I told him I didn't get the sale, and then he didn't reply. He went to call the lead back, and then he closed that lead. And then he sent me a voice message. He said, "Congratulations, John. That guy paid in full." And this lead, Mark went to close behind my back because I lost the sale already. And then he gave me my commissions, even though I lost the sale. So I always remember this influencer, how nice he was to me, how much he supported me, how much he trained me. And the main thing that he taught me, okay, I asked him, "Hey, boss, what are we doing tomorrow?" And then he said, "What are you doing tomorrow?" I said, "Tomorrow I will be waiting for calls because I'm a closer. I'm waiting for inbound, hot, warm leads to close. I'm waiting for them to fall from the sky." And then he laughed. He said, "Dude, we don't wait for calls. We create calls." I said, "Huh? You are supposed to run ads and get calls for me. I'm supposed to close for you. What do you mean?" He said, "We don't wait for calls. We create calls." I said, "We can do that? How?" He said, "It's called blitzing. B-L-I-T-Z. I said, "How do you do it?" And he trained me how to text people, how to build energy, how to set the intention, how to build a connection with them. And then when I learned it, I was like, why didn't I learn this sooner? Because when you do a sales call, that's what, 30 minutes, 60 minutes. How many calls can you take a day? You take 3, 5, 7, 10, and then you burn out. But when you text outside of those calls, sometimes you don't have calls, you text. In 1 hour, you can easily go up to 50, 60, 100 conversations. You are spreading your seeds far and wide. Now, am I saying that you text a person, you are going to get a sale immediately? Is that what I'm saying? Yes or no? That's not what I'm saying. Okay, but what you are doing is, instead of being limited on the phone, you're going out there and you're building massive networks. You are spreading your seeds far and wide. And then they might not become a sale today. But next week, 3 weeks down the road, if you know how to nurture them, and then, every day, if it's 50, in a week, how many seeds is there? In a month, how many seeds are there? In 3 months, how many seeds are there? So when you go into your inbox as a convo closer, and every time you go into your inbox, you do one clear out. Okay, you do one clear out. And with each messenger clear out, you push everyone in your pipeline just one step forward into your sales process. Just one step. In a week, how many sales will you have? If every time you touch your inbox, all these leads just move one step forward. Don't even need to tell me like one sale, but they just move one step forward. They trust you a little more. They understand your process a little more. They are getting closer to the sales call. Month after month after month, what you will experience is your pipeline and your inbox piling up, snowballing. Okay? So this is the process behind Convo Closer. Okay? Today, we'll cover your self-image as a convo closer, how it sets you apart. We'll talk about strategy. We'll talk about skills. Okay, skills is a lot of deep work today. Okay, touch points, the 3 degrees of sales awareness, convo closing psychology, the stages of a sales conversation, transitioning to high-ticket sales, taking phone calls, triage calls. What is that? The recruitment interviews, building your convo closer portfolio. And like I said, whatever I told you, whatever I'm teaching you to do right now, I'm going to do it first, show you, and then teach you how to do it step by step. Okay? So first, the convo closer self-image. Okay? The fastest way to get stuck is how a lot of appointment setters think. This is just a job. I want to be an online setter. This is just a job for me. What's your plan to land a good opportunity? What's your plan to perform long term? I don't know. Someone's going to teach me. Maybe the team I join is going to teach me. But they're just waiting, passive. Okay, and then the skills. You keep saying you want an opportunity. If today I put you in an opportunity, can you keep? You can get that opportunity, yes. But can you keep that opportunity? I don't really know. Okay, the mentality I need you to have from today onwards, okay, is to look at your remote sales career, and from setting all the way to closing, all the way to building systems and sales solutions, tell yourself, okay, this is my business. Okay, if this is your business, I want to see your brand. I want to see your portfolio. I want to see your substance. I want to know what you're about. Okay, because you are a closer. You should be able to sell the value of yourself first and foremost. Okay, and then skills, like I said in the beginning, I want you to complete the whole set. Okay, and then some of you will ask me, should I be an appointment setter or should I be a closer? That's the same thing as asking me, should I be a copywriter or should I be a funnel builder? I don't know, because the real question is, what's your strategy? What is your end game? What are you here to do? If you just come in here just to want to make fast money in online sales and you don't have a plan, you don't know what's your end game, okay, you'll be like the rest of those thousands and thousands of closers that you see floating around every day. They just pray. Pray to what? They just pray to reacting to circumstances all the time. So mindset A, I just want to set and then that's it. Mindset B, I want to do what you are doing, Sean. I want to complete the full set of skills. I want to show substance. Okay. Or C, my end game is down the road. I want to build my own thing. So put in the chat right now. Are you A, you just want to set, you just want to close. B, you want to be a complete closer. Or C, you see yourself doing your own thing in the future. A, B, or C. Put in the chat. I see a B. Okay, what about the rest of you? Okay, so first of all, okay, I see a B. Okay, keep going, keep going. I see another B. I see a C, C, C. Awesome. Okay, First, I want to be clear. When I say Convo Closer, what exactly is my definition? Very simple. I want all of you here today to have the skills of an appointment setter, the full range. Whatever an appointment setter can do, I want you to be able to do it and do it better. Okay. Plus, you have the psychology of high ticket closing. You're not just sending messages out. A lot of you can send messages fast and hard, and you have the drive. But I ask you to create rapport, and then you're like, what do I send? I say, did you get the urgency? You're like, yeah, I tried. I asked him, what's the consequence? But I'm not getting it. I want you to have both. Okay. And the mindset, like I said earlier, treat this as your own thing. You cannot say, I'm depending on this company, I'm depending on this consultant, I'm depending on this coach. No. Okay, no one is going to take care of you on the internet. You have to take care of you. This is your business. This is your brand. This is your vehicle to give you and your family a good life. This is your life. Okay, this is your skill. Okay. The average appointment setter is weak. Okay, they cannot actually progress and learn what I've just said. Okay, here's how a Convo Closer thinks. Okay, when I work as an appointment setter, in the beginning, I was quite demoralized because I'm like, wow, I'm in someone's inbox. Wow, nobody knows who I am. Wow, they think, because I was setting for a lady. Wow, they think I'm a lady. I'm not. I'm a guy behind the keyboard, and I'm the lowest life form on earth. I'm an appointment setter. I'm at the bottom of the food chain. Okay, so I was demoralized for a while. And then I asked myself, like, what am I actually learning here? I realized that I was learning the foundation of all online sales, because I realized that if you can connect all the touch points in sales, you have a superpower. And I asked myself, why are all the touch points connected this way? Why my influencer asked me to go to, the Facebook group, Instagram, the email list? Like, why am I going everywhere? What's happening? And then why must I chat? And then when I don't chat, what happens? Oh, I built intimacy. Like, why is intimacy important? Why don't we just let them move in the funnel? Why must I go and engage? Why don't they just book a call? Why must I go and text them, check in, say something? But then when I did it, I realized, wow, I have calls. And what does it mean? I can get more calls. Hey, today I have no calls. I'm going to send out 100 messages today. Hey, today I got no influencer. I'm going to apply what I learned. I'm going to text the influencers. Okay. So how did this impact my sales career? Massive, massive, massive. This is the one skill that when I learned, I finally felt complete inside. I finally felt secure. Like today, if I have nothing, I will whip up my phone and I will text. Okay. And I'll ask you this question now. You don't have to answer me, but I want you to think. Okay. What happens if you, okay, each and every single one of you watching live or replay now, if you, every message you send from today onward, I don't care whether is it as a setter or you text a business owner or you sell for your own products or you are a closer trying to follow up with a prospect, I don't care. Okay, if every single text, even the text you send to your parents or your friends or whatever, okay, if you reach the point where every single text is properly thought of, that can bring you the best results. I don't care where. Okay, even on a dating app, or whatever. If every text you send is optimized, how will your life change? This is how I think as a Convo Closer. Okay. So I received one feedback the other day. Someone told me, hey, Sean, why you keep talking about mindset? Your mindset stuff is very good, but can you also teach me some of the strategy? Okay. So these are the specifics. As a Convo Closer, you want to join teams. Like a lot of you ask me, how do I know if the company is legit? How do I know if the company can support me as a setter? How do I know if the company is ready for me as a closer? How do I know if the company is a fit for me as a Convo Closer? Because I don't want to join the scam teams. I don't want to join the unqualified teams. How many of you have that concern? Yes or no? You need to observe, are they able to provide volume for you as a setter? Volume for you as a closer? Because as a Convo Closer, if your influencer, if your business owner is not supporting you and they are abusing you, they say, you go and generate leads, you go and cold call, you go and clear my email inbox, you go and wash my underwear, and then they're not doing anything to support you on the volume, then I tell you, why you join this team? Quit today. Go block them on Facebook, okay, leave. Because when you observe them in terms of, are their audience growth growing? Okay, you look at my audience growth, my email list, my YouTube, okay, it's not very big now, okay, but if you observe my following, okay, it's growing steadily, okay, and I'm building it very consistently, and also it's all thanks to all you guys' support. Okay, so when I have a setter, I'm going to support my setter or my closer by growing this audience. So in terms of content, in terms of as a business owner, how many calls can you book yourself? In terms of sales, how many sales have you, the company, already done? You got to check all these things. If they are not qualified, please don't join. Am I clear on this? Okay. When a company has good marketing, when a company is established on their fundamentals, okay, don't say like a 7-figure company or what, okay, even a company that is doing consistently 10, 30 to 50K in revenue, that's already good enough for you to come in as a setter and a closer and a hybrid to say, I will get you more calls, I will get you more sales. Why? Because they already have the foundation. Okay, if you join the team and you don't see the foundation, quit. Don't waste your time. Okay, don't be attached. Don't get emotionally attached to the team. Okay, this is business. Okay, so this is my own example. Okay, for my own company, and this is me texting in my own inbox. And I want you to read our conversation. Okay, basically, this lady paid me 1,500 in USD for one of my offers, and I want to take you through the whole conversation. Okay, otherwise, people say, why you only teach mindset? Okay, can you show me the steps? Okay, let's go through step by step. Okay, the very first message that you send. Okay, if today a company texts you or today a prospect texts you, what's the first message you send? Okay, if you sound spammy, if you don't sound human, if you sound like a setter, okay, you break the rapport, everything is gone. So the rapport is everything. Okay, so here I'm just being myself. I say, hey, what's up? Okay, how is it going? Hey, Sean, nice to meet you. Okay, so the touch point here, is my Facebook group. Okay, it could be your Facebook group. It could be your influencer's Facebook group. Okay, I want you to see a recurring pattern here. Okay, this lead doesn't reply. Okay, and that is a problem. When leads don't reply, that is a problem. She don't reply, but she always starts a new conversation. And do you know why? Do you know why she starts this conversation? It's because of the company's content. I am putting out content daily. And the content is meant to support my setter. So the content drives the volume into my inbox so that my setter has meat to eat. Okay? Following so far, if you understand what I'm saying, give me a hashtag meat to eat. Okay, I'm driving the volume so that my setter has meat to eat. Or she says, hey, Sean, I watched your coffee video. I'm stuck in the thing you said in your video. So what just happened? This is a cold lead. In one message, what just happened? Who can tell me what just happened? This person became inbound. Why? Because she is coming towards me now. In the beginning, In the beginning, maybe not. Okay, but in one message, if I ask you today, you go to your inbox, you send one message, and the lead from outbound become inbound, are you happy? Are you happy or sad? One message. Okay, because the content is supporting. Okay, and then a lot of you might say, but Sean, I'm a seller. I don't create content. Fine, fair enough. Fair enough. You go to your influencer and you tell them a lot, because you're the one chatting with all the leads, right? So you tell your influencer, a lot of our leads are telling us that I have this pain, right? In this case, what is the pain? What is the pain that this lead is experiencing? I am stuck in practice mode. So if my seller comes to me and say, hey, boss, a lot of your leads, they say, I'm stuck in practice mode. I'm stuck in practice mode. Me as an influencer, I should think, hey, my audience needs help with this, okay? I am going to do a piece of content, okay? And then guide them back into my inbox, okay? That's why she texts me. Okay, and you as a seller, hey, you got to be proactive. Okay, you got to look at what is the best content, what is the best resource. Okay, write this down. Write this down. You got to understand what is the best content, what is the best resource that your influencer already has, and you're going to take it, or you're going to harvest it, or you're going to tell them to create it, or worst case scenario, you go and create it. Why is this resource relevant? Because it turns an outbound lead, or it turns a cold lead into inbound. That's the fastest way to bring people from cold to warm to hot. And isn't that what we all want as sellers and closers? Yes or no? Okay. So I said, yes, it is a program for many of our ideal clients. Okay. And then I do some background check. Okay. So she says, thank you, Sean. I hope you can see the trend here, okay? Every time I ask a question, she don't reply. How many of you have that problem? Okay. So I text and text and text, no reply. Okay. Then finally, suddenly, she said, hey, Sean, I brought your influencer attraction system. And I'm like, what? I thought this lead don't like me, I thought this lead don't trust me. Why you don't reply? And suddenly they go buy my stuff, right? So resource and supporting your leads with the right content is king. You cannot just keep doing where's the guy? You cannot keep doing what this guy is doing and keep spam. Okay, you want to give real value and real process and real support. So how your prospect feel? Your prospect feel, oh, this person is not just setting me. He's actually trying to help. That's one of the keys. Okay, that's one of the secrets. Because if they don't feel like this guy, you think is really trying to help me, and no, okay, this is a seller who hasn't taken my workshop. Okay, so back and forth. I just got my first boom. How do you feel? Okay, so this is, I ask you, okay, you look at the way I text. Happy Monday, smiley. How was the training? Congratulations. How many words is this? One word. How do you feel? 4 words. You guys tell me, do I sound like a seller? Do I sound like a salesperson? If you are this prospect and someone texts you like this, it's normal, right? It's like a friend texting you, right? It's a human being texting you. It's not like that guy, right? I feel like some chain was holding me has broken. Okay, let me make some money and join you. I need your specialized coaching. And then you see here, okay, disappear again. And then I check in. Anything I can help this week? No reply. Disappear again. Okay, then what do I do? What do I do here? Okay, instead of pitching, I say, hey, support you. Okay, you might be busy. Okay, maybe you don't like me already. I'm here for you. I've got your back. Okay. Take this. Okay. Again, no reply. So what I do, hey, you're probably busy. It's okay. Let me drop this in here. This is not a technique, As a setter, okay, this is my intention. Very important. You might not believe this, but people can feel what you're doing on chat. Okay. So I send all these things without any expectations. I'm not trying to sell her. I'm not trying to do anything. And then she watched my training. In that training, I pitched a $1,500 offer. Hey, Sean, I am ready. Okay. I just sent an invoice. I really want to get it right. I'm on the same closing team with one of your mentees who's killing it. Okay. Invoice done. I trust you'll make me a warrior like her. 1,500 done. Okay. So if you know what is the right way to support, if you know what is the right way to nurture your prospects, okay, and they feel your intention and they know that you're helping them get clarity, okay, even for someone so cold, okay, they still know who has what intention. Deep down, the soul knows your intention. Okay. This is Elaine. It's the same Elaine that I showed you at the start of today's training. When she first texts me, I actually cannot understand what she's saying. Because of the grammar, I couldn't understand. So I didn't know what to do with this lead. Okay. This lead, okay, became a one-to-one client for me. She invested in my highest offer and became one of my best clients. So lessons here, don't judge. Every time I judge, I get it wrong. I thought this lead, English not very good, probably not a very good closer, best student ever, okay, highest amount of sales. Okay, the 50K from above, that's her. Okay. This is Jack from Hong Kong, 1,500. Okay, this is Andrew, 2,000. Okay, this is Wesker, 2,000. All close on chat. And I want to walk you through the conversation as well. Okay, cold lead. Okay, this lead added me. So inbound friend request. Okay, can be on any platform. Some of you ask me, hey, the things you teach, does it work for TikTok? Does it work for Instagram? Does it work for LinkedIn? They're all the same. As long as you have a space for content and a space to text, you can use this method, okay? Again, it's me. That's how I talk, okay? That's how I say hi to everyone in real life. Hey, Jack, thanks for the ad. How's it going? Okay. And then he checked out my stuff. He saw that I just got married. He said, how do you feel as a married man? Okay, I said, it's been amazing so far. How have you been? And then he said, I just got my first influencer, but I haven't made many calls. What is this? Hey, okay, so you got to take note. Okay, so I acknowledge. I said, congratulations. I'm from Singapore. I'm from Hong Kong. Okay, so background check. Okay, what's happening in your business? What's happening in your life? What's happening in your relationships? Okay, and then now he starts to give pain. Okay, I feel some difficulties. I have some. So when you do it right, okay, when you do it right on chat, it's a closing call. It's just happening on chat. Okay, once they start telling you their difficulties, that's how you know that you have done a great job. Okay, with the basic connection. Okay, just basic back and forth, get some background. Okay, just type normally. Okay, don't copy others. Don't try some stupid script. Okay, just tell yourself, this guy is the most important guy in the world right now. He's my best friend. Okay, how am I going to text him? Then you just say, okay, don't overthink it. When they start telling you their pain and problems, that's how you know, okay, that you're doing it right. Okay. So we'll go back and forth for a little while more, and then now he starts becoming more and more invested, okay, because of my content, because of my brand. Okay. Look at what happens here. The conversation stops. I tried to get him to ask me more, and then he said, can you guys see my screen? Okay. He said, I don't have a question right now. And I don't want to bother you too much. Like, well, I'm trying to talk to you and then you don't reply. Right? And then I send a voice message. Okay, what did I say? A voice message? I say, hey, I just read through our chat. Okay, I feel like pain. Okay, you are struggling with pain, number one, and you're struggling with pain, number two. Okay, if you don't mind, I would love to get on a call with you, okay, and help you through those things. Okay. Yeah, sure. Much appreciated. So I pitched a call. Okay, I took the initiative. I became proactive and I went to sell. What did I sell? I didn't sell an offer. I sold a call. Okay. Hey, bro, book a time. So we talk. Okay. And then I sent him some follow-up materials based on what we talked. Okay. I didn't try to sell him. And then I said, I checked in again. So you have to be proactive. You know, you send the resource, you cannot wait. Okay. You send the resource, okay, 2, 3, 5 days later, you got to check in. Hey, Jack, did the video help? Okay, of course, the video has to be good. You don't send a shitty video. Okay, you must send a quality resource. And then he didn't watch. He said, I haven't watched it. I'll watch it later tonight. Okay. Then guess what? Same thing as the previous lead. They went to consume the resource. Sending a relevant resource is so important. Because it's a gift. The gift contains your intention. When they receive that gift, when they receive the intention, they say, whoa, actually Sean trying to help me. Wow. Then they go watch the thing. Then you know what he said? He said, I've just finished the video. I feel I can relate to it a lot. My old paradigm. When I talk about paradigm in the video, he said, my old paradigm is pulling me back. And then you see, he stopped. So it's very important that you are a setter. Okay, you are a convo closer. You need to be proactive and you need to ask questions. Because if I stop and he stopped, then the conversation stops. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Are you guys following so far? Is this walkthrough good enough for a specific technique? Okay, you have to ask. Okay, so when you ask, they will tell you. Okay, they will say, my main takeaway, if I don't change my paradigm, I will not get the results. Okay, so he said, I've been stuck. Okay, so here I make the pitch. I say, I'm launching a new program. It's to help people with their what? What is his pain, guys? What is his pain? I'm not going to scroll up, okay, based on what you've seen. If you don't know, you're not sharp. Okay. What is his pain? Victor has given the answer, but I'm not going to say because Victor is my student. The rest of you, come on. Convo closers. What is his pain? You're chatting with someone, you must know his pain. Imagine you were texting this guy and he tell you all these things. No answers? You don't know? You're not paying attention? Okay, Victor is right. It is his paradigm. He has identified with what I talk about, okay, paradigm on the video in the resource that I sent him, his stuck and closer process. Yes, Jabal, exactly right. Okay. Okay, so I said, you talk about paradigm and that's something I can help with. Okay, next month, I'm launching a new offer. It's for closers. Okay, the full price is going to be 5,000. Okay, but because it's my first launch, okay, it's my beta launch. Okay, I'm going to walk you through this program together. Okay, in my beta launch. Okay, so it's 1,500. Okay, I just pitched the price. Okay, then he asked me a few questions. Okay, then he said, I'm fighting with my old paradigm for a while. A lot of voices telling me not to do something like this, but F them. I don't want to live like that anymore. So this was done on chat. This wasn't done on a call. And the reason I was able to match what he wants is because he's very concerned about his mindset. Okay, this guy is different from other closers. This one guy, for him, is very, very concerned about mindset. So the moment it clicks for him in terms of my content, in terms of the text that I send, okay, I talk about mindset, I talk about paradigm. Once it clicks, okay, they will move forward. If it doesn't click, if this guy keep talking about mindset, paradigm, and then you're talking about making money, you're talking about ROI, but it doesn't resonate with him, it's not what he's talking about, it's not relevant to him, then you will not get the sale. Okay, so now I ask, you got any questions? Okay, his question is, how do we move forward? Okay, so he paid 1,500. Okay, high quality student, this guy. Okay, I have a lot of good high caliber students from Hong Kong. Okay, they're all very hardworking people. Same thing with this prospect, same thing with this prospect. Okay, and this guy, okay, initial contact, okay, we both took the same program. Okay, so I noticed that we have a common area, okay, common topic. So you just talk about it, and then you see, let him type, okay, let your prospect type, let the prospect talk. They will tell you everything you need to know. So you say, I feel stuck, I have a baby girl, I need to put in more effort. So all these things, you need to pay attention. If I ask you what are the keywords here, and you cannot tell me, okay, it means you're not sharp enough. Okay, now you talk about his goal. Okay, so what is this? Goal question. Okay, my goal is to close full time. Okay, I want to build this for my family, for my business. Okay, I am in a place where I can really focus. Okay, so you see, I said just tag you in a video. So instead of instead of selling, okay, I listen, I analyze the things he tell me, and at the back of my mind, I think, okay, what is the most relevant thing I can gift to him so that I can help him? So when you send it, they can feel it. Okay. Thank you for, I didn't message him anymore. He came back, what? Inbound. This is the power of matching resources to people's needs. Okay. That's the fastest way you turn a lead from cold to hot. What you talk about, I really resonate with. Okay, this part really touched me. Okay, and then here's the interesting thing. He wants to book a call with me. I refuse. Have you ever seen a seller doing that? Hey, I want to book a call with you. No. Hey, don't you want to hit your KPIs? No. Okay, I ask you this. Why did I reject the call? I said, start here first. Okay, I gave him another resource. Okay. Look at the language. Okay, as a convo closer, you must be very sensitive to words. What are some of the keywords you're seeing from this guy? Type in the chat. Okay. The old me is dying slowly. Attracting influencers, focusing on a niche. Okay, doesn't matter what the offer is. Okay, pay attention to the keywords that your leads are talking. The other thing is you notice how much I type and how much he types. It's the same thing as on a sales call. Okay, so he disappears for a while, and I'm like, okay, now it's my turn. I'm going to be proactive. Okay, so I say, hey, I'm launching a new program. Okay, can you help me with some surveys? Okay, so now, okay, I pitch the call. Okay, I talk to him. Okay, no sale. Okay, but we go back and forth, and suddenly he comes back and tell me, hey, Sean, I got my first influencer call. Okay, so I just listen. Okay, acknowledge. Okay, and then I continue to support him. Okay, I pitch another call. Okay, no sale, and then I continue to support him, and then he said, oh, I got this influencer, and then I feel like I can get along with him very well. And then now, after supporting him once, no sale. After supporting him twice, no sale. Okay. One day, from out of nowhere, he books a call with me. I'm interested in the offer you talk about. I don't want to procrastinate anymore. Okay. He books a call with me. Okay. Paid in full. Okay. 6,000. Okay. Then he applied what I teach. Okay. Then he get results. Okay. So far, based on these screenshots that you see, okay, my style of texting and my intention behind the intention behind what I have for my prospect. Okay, can you share with me your insights and takeaways in the comments? Whether you're watching live or replay, especially if you're watching the replay, which a lot of you will be, pause the video and take a moment to meditate on the way that Sean is texting. How is it different from what you see in what a lot of the marketers are teaching out there? Well, it's very technical, right? You've got to ask goals question. You've got to ask consequence questions. You've got to ask, bro, what's holding you back, brother? You know, on the internet, I got so many brothers and sisters. How many of you realize that you've got a lot of brothers and sisters after coming onto the internet? Okay, if you want more examples, I don't have the time to walk through it, but I archive them all over here. Okay. So just text me and say, Sean, I want more like screenshots. Okay, this one is actually Andrea, my wife, for her relationship coaching business. Okay, so from start to end, she's more technical than me. Okay, I flow more with my prospect. So if you want like a step-by-step breakdown, okay, everything, okay, from a cold lead all the way to booking the call, I have documented all these examples. You can take the time to read through them. I'm sure you'll get a lot of insights. Okay, so if you want, just send me a message, say, hey, Sean, I have seen your training. I want to see the examples, and I will send it over. Okay. Let me tell you what is the main difference between my style and a lot of these people who are teaching the technique. Okay. I'm always thinking from the buyer's journey. Write this down. All of you who are serious and taking notes, write this down. Okay. If next week I ask you, what is the core concept of today's training? You cannot tell me. Okay, it means you are not taking notes, okay? A buyer's journey. What most people do is they focus on the seller's process. They focus on what I want to sell. Now, what I want to sell, for example, in my own offer, I have 6 core pillars. Okay, in my core program, what I teach is 6 core pillars. And the names are very irrelevant to my prospects. Okay, it's called 6-figure discipline. It's called strategic branding. It's called strategic setting. It's called strategic closing. It's called 3K challenge. It's called 10K milestone. And then when you tell this to your prospect, when you tell this to your clients, when you tell this to the people who want to buy, it has no relevance to them because they don't care about this. Because this is important to you. If you're selling for this offer, it's important to you. But your prospects don't think like you. They think in their own way. Like you see how this prospect talks, okay? And you see how Elaine talks, or you see how Jack talks, or you see how Martine talks, okay? They are talking about their own paradigm. Their paradigm has their own language. Their language has their own vocabulary. This vocabulary is like a window. It is a window to their paradigm. It is a window to their subconscious. It's a window to all their struggles. So if you can't even remember the words they say, when I ask you, what is the keyword? Paradigm. What is the keyword? Old self. The reason I'm able to make the sale, I believe, is because I capture that keyword. I understand it deeply, and I support them completely on that need. I believe that's why they buy, with trust. Does that make sense, guys? Is what I'm saying clear, or am I losing a few of you? I want everybody to understand this, because you have to switch your perspective and say, if I was the buyer, if I was this guy, I'm using my own prospects as an example, because you are a closer as well. You probably relate the most to them, right? You have to, you know how many times I've listened to coaches, not even the closer, but the coaches, the marketers, when they sell, how many of you seen this where they keep talking about the benefits of, oh, if you get six-figure discipline, you can work every day consistently, you can take inspired action. When you have strategic branding, you're going to get this, and then you're going to get this, and then you're going to get this. But is that what I want as a buyer? Okay. When the day comes when you can transform yourself, yes, you understand your sales process very well, and that's what you should do as a salesperson, okay? But the way that you communicate is from the buyer's perspective. The moment the buyer feels like you understand me, you get me, and you can support me specifically on all these deep needs that I need help with, trust becomes established. You become a priority. If you want to sell yourself to influencers, it is the same. Okay, the process of you building priority. Some of you say, I text the influencer, they don't reply. Or I text my prospects, they don't reply. If you can shift your perspective, look at the keywords they say, okay? And if you don't understand, ask. Influencer, you said you are looking for someone with experience. What type of experience you're looking for and why? If you're able to understand that experience, okay, and show them the resource, in this case, the resources are the things that you are going to prepare, okay? Just like how I sold a lot of these prospects as well as my influencers because of my assets, because of my content, because of my resources, because of my substance, you are going to produce the same. Okay, and as a bonus for those of you who join Convo Closer, okay, this is my program on setting as well. It's purely for apartment sellers. Okay, all the touch points, okay, all the scripts for group joins, for friend requests, okay, for content, okay, all the scripts, all the tools, all the trackers, all the systems, okay, everything is in here. I'm giving this as a bonus for you today. For those of you who join Convo Closing, this is included in your members area. This is the members area for 3K challenge. I haven't built the members area for Convo Closer yet, but when the members area for Convo Closer is done, okay, you will receive strategic setting as a bonus. That way, when you apply to positions, okay, you have this as your backing to say, in terms of setting, I know what I'm doing, and here's the proof, here's the resource, okay, here's the brand assets. Okay, of course, don't copy. Don't plagiarize me, take it, but make it your own. Okay, this bonus itself is worth the investment already. Okay, you go think about it yourself. Okay, if you want to sign up, the link is seancina.com/convo. Okay, that's seancina.com/convo. I want to remind you that everything you do as a Convo Closer, what is your success backed by? Is it backed by sending 500 messages? Because a lot of you have the fitness to text and text and text and text and text, right? Is it backed by quantity? Is it backed by how funny your GIF is? If you want warm replies, if you want people to book calls with you, if you want people to chase after you and come inbound and say, I want to work with you, I want you to join my sales team, I want to buy your offers, what is this whole process backed by? Who can tell me? Based on what I've taught so far. Anyone? Okay, your success as a convo closer is backed by a quality network of content, okay, and flow of either your sales process or your influencer's sales process. Okay, every company with foundations should have this process dialed, and this is one example. Okay, I don't think you can see the small words as clear. Okay, but what you're seeing here is a flow. Okay, and it's just one example. If a lead today touches your business or your influencer's business, okay, and I'll show you a bigger example here. Okay, let's say the lead starts from here. Okay, can you see? Okay, and the first touch point, they come to your company, or they come to your business, or they come to your influencer's business, is a Facebook group. Okay, what is that? That is a touch point. If they land on your Instagram, that is a touch point. Okay, a lot of influencers, I connected with them on Instagram. A lot of business owners, I connected with them on Facebook groups. So it works both ways. It is just a point of contact. It is just a point that the relationship starts. Okay, or a lot of you found me through my YouTube videos. Okay, if your influencer has an email sequence, if your influencer has ads that they're running ads. If your influencer is doing a live event like this, if your influencer is putting out stories on their Facebook, on their Instagram, if your influencer is putting out content daily, okay, and they're just like here swimming, the leads are swimming through your influencer's ecosystem, okay. If your influencer has a Facebook page and they're on the page and they like or they comment, okay, whether it's paid traffic, whether it's organic traffic, whether it's partner traffic, whether it's cold traffic, doesn't matter, okay? All this traffic, how many leads is that? If it's a B plus team, A minus company, how many leads can you imagine in a week, in a month, in 6 months, in a year? If all these leads are not being attended to, how much money is being left on the table? But if you as a convo closer, you can go to any company. You can say, I understand appointment setting. I understand the psychology of closing. And here is proof. Okay, remember all my clients were sold on proof. So you are going to sell your clients based on proof. And I'll teach you how to make the proof. You show the proof and then you say, look, I understand you're busy. I understand that you have all these leads floating around all around your business. Okay. And there's no one to capture and support all these leads. Here is proof that either I have done it or I know how to do it. Okay, and I can get all these leads into your messenger or to your inbox. And I know how to sell them your free event, your live event, your 197, your 997, your 7,000, your high ticket, your high ticket. I know how to sell them on a call. If you can market yourself that way, if you can convince a company that way, that you can bring them more leads, more calls, and more sales, and you are not talking about it, you are demonstrating proof. And I'm going to show you how to do it at the end of this workshop. Meanwhile, every other setter, every other closer out there, what are they doing? I am interested. At the next level, I am very, very interested. And the next level, I am very, very very interested. I don't understand, like, is it if you add more varies, you have a higher chance? Is it if I say very interested, but you say very, very interested, you have a higher chance? So if someone else says very, very, very interested, then they have a higher chance? How does it work? Okay, the way that you're going to make it work, okay, is they're all talking, okay, but you are going to show proof, okay, and you are going to use your convo closing skills. Okay, I haven't covered the skills section yet. To close the business owners, to get them on a call, to get them on an interview, and then you're going to demonstrate proof. And then when they ask you, what makes you think you can sell? What makes you think you can close? Well, I got you on the phone. I close you to get on the phone. And that's exactly what I'm going to do for your prospect. So you're using action. Everyone else is talking. Okay. So remember, all of these are backed by superior marketing and audience growth. Okay, superior marketing and audience growth. Okay, so reminder, please, 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 please qualify properly. If they ask you to do cold calling, okay, and you don't want to do it, don't join. If you ask them, what are your systems like? Do you have this in place? Do you have enough volume? Are you already making sales? Do you have a proper, established, qualified business that you're running? If they don't have, just walk away. Don't waste time. Okay, don't argue with them. Don't complain. Don't go and join the team. Just leave. Because once you show your proof, okay, once your assets are established, you know how to do convo closing. You will always attract teams that need. You know how many companies need help with this. You know, I need help with this. Okay, but please, don't pitch me. Okay, I don't need any new closers right now. Go pitch other companies. But companies need you. You know, companies need a quality, responsible setter and closer that gets it. You know, every company needs someone that gets it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So in conclusion, whether you are a closer or setter, okay, ask yourself these questions. When you join a company that has established marketing, is dialed, they have quality content, whether paid or organic, okay, and the audience is growing, growing, growing. In one day, how many conversations are there? In a week, in a month, in a year? So potentially, if you get a percentage of these leads on the phone, how many sales calls is that? And potentially, how many sales is that? So when you find a company and there's no one, okay, to catch all these loose leads that are swimming around, that are hanging around, not doing anything. If there's no one to catch all these leads, what happens to the company? That is their pain. If there's no one to build intimacy, to plant seeds and nurture the entire inbox, what happens to the company? That is pain for them. So what is my point? My point is, don't see these companies as your boss. Okay? See them as your clients. They too have pain. They too have goals. They too need a process of a setter or closer that they can trust. So if you can go up to them and use what I teach in today's workshop to demonstrate your value, I can bring in calls for you. I can close your calls for you. Okay? And you sell them on the value of you. Okay? You become the complete closer. Okay, everyone following so far? Now we're going to go into the specific technique, okay, of how to book calls and all those things. Okay, everyone good so far? Still awake? You need a toilet break or whatever? Okay, go ahead. If you're good to go, give me a #1. Okay, give me a #1 in the chat. Okay, so it's up for the free preview. Okay, for those of you who have seen value of this first half of the workshop, and you know what this is about, you know where this is going, okay, and you want the skills, okay, you want the training, okay, that you can use to build substance so that you can demonstrate substance when you are tested on interviews, when you're tested with KPIs, when you're tested in any shape or form or any direction. You can say, come on, test me. What touch point you want to test me on? What objection you want to test me on? What kind of proof do you want to see? And you have all this ready. Head over to seancena.com/convo. seansina.com/convo. Okay, the rest of this workshop, the paid version, is only $100. Bear in mind, okay, when I launch this after today, it's going to be double the price. So after today, it's going to be $197. Okay, after today, it's going to be $197. So if you sign up right now live, it is $100. Okay, and it doesn't matter which version you go for. If at the end of today's workshop, there's even this 1%, okay, you feel like I'm 1% unhappy with this product, or you feel like I don't think this is going to make me 10 times the investment, 100 times that I made, okay, you are entitled or you are protected by a 14-day refund. So in 14 days, you go through the whole thing. If one bit unhappy, you don't think this is going to get you the results you want in remote sales, okay, just text me, say, I want a refund. Okay, no questions asked. Okay, but my advice to you is to put in the $100 right now, okay, and do the work and join a good team and start closing, okay, and make your problems all go away. So I'm going to stop the recording now. Those of you watching the replay, send me a text. Say, hello, Sean, I want the rest of the workshop. Please give me access. Just reach out on social media and I will give you access to the full workshop. Okay, for those of you watching the live stream, thank you for your support. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. And any questions, just send it my way and I'll see you in a bit.